On average, one rhino is killed a day, and this is an alarming statistic. They are being killed for their expensive horns, which are sold illegally on the black market to be used as ingredients in many traditional Asian remedies. As shown here, the poachers hack off the rhino's horns and leave it to die. Rhino poaching has been a serious issue for many years now, but the black rhino population became officially endangered in 1986. The world's population of black rhinos has fallen by about 97% in the last 40 years, with an increasing trend of 6% of rhinos poached yearly. In the last 2 years alone, an estimated 900 rhinos have been poached. The most affected areas include South Africa, Kenya and Namibia, where the population of black rhinos have been fragmented. In the 1960s there was an average 70,000 black rhinos surviving in Africa alone. However, by 2007 only 13 black rhinos were found in South Africa, and in November 2011 the western black rhino was declared extinct.
What do you know about the status of rhinos across the world?
Not much. I know that they're endangered, but...
Yes, they're actually critically endangered, which is the step before total extinction in the wild.
We're here today because ZSL Whipsnade plays a very important part in rhino conservation throughout the world. ZSL Whipsnade holds the white rhino breeding record in Europe and is only surpassed worldwide by San Diego Zoo. It also helps with the protection of black rhino, particularly in Kenya, where it works alongside the Kenyan Wildlife Service.
For the last few centuries, rhino horn has been used in Asian traditional medicines. Countries such as China and Vietnam believe ground up rhino horn can cure illnesses, hangovers and even cancers. As rhino horn trading is illegal, the black market value has been pushed up to around $55,000 per kilo. However, DNA tests show that a lot of these rhino horns are fake.
An ounce of rhino horn is more valuable than an ounce of gold. Use of rhino horns in the Asian medical market is a bit of a fallacy, a load of rubbish, and it's a shame that lovely animals like this have to kind of be destroyed for something which has got no medical kind of reason behind it.
Africa particularly, I know that where they're trying to reverse that by putting ranger experiences in for people to go out and work with them and trying to work with the locals through education programmes. But other than that, I have to say, my knowledge of what's going on with it is quite small.
Rhino horn is made up entirely of the protein keratin. It is the same substance found in human fingernails and hair and has no proven medicinal properties. Studies at Ohio University have found that the horn becomes more solid towards the centre due to deposits of calcium and melanin. They are thought to strengthen the horn and possibly protect it from the sun's UV rays.
The ZSL zookeeper told us, the southern white rhino is still doing the best out of all the species thanks to a breeding project in the 70s and 80s. Whilst rhinos are not a keystone species, they are one of many building blocks holding the ecosystem together. They are important in seed dispersal for many plants and help keep grass growth under control.
In addition to the African rhino, Whipsnade also breeds the greater one-horned rhino. In conservation terms, there is less focus on Asian rhinos, and sadly, 2 Asian rhino species have recently become extinct.
Why do you think it is important to save rhinos?
I just think it's a pity to lose such a lovely creature, and also I think, once you start letting species go extinct, where do you stop?
A number of policies and conservation efforts have been put into place in order to prevent rhino poaching. Rhinos are on the CITES species list, resulting in a total ban on the exportation of any rhino products, making it a lot more difficult to transport rhino horn out of Africa. ProTrack is an anti-poaching patrol unit from South Africa, consisting of armed guards patrolling reserves, removing snares and arresting poachers found on site. Charities such as the WWF have also financed anti-poaching patrols, with armed guards following large rhino herds that are under threat 24 hours a day. The WWF Eyes and Ears hotline is available to report wildlife crimes both in the UK and abroad, while the National Wildlife Crime Reaction Unit can be called if poaching or selling of rhino horn is suspected.
Rhinos are dying slowly and excruciatingly, mainly due to mythical beliefs. Poaching has increased dramatically in the last few years. With 2 species already extinct, drastic action must be taken and public awareness raised to prevent permanent loss of this majestic species.
Together, we can stop the rhino disappearing completely.